Hi everyone, the Owl here. Sawadee Kap, Sabaydi Mai. Hope you're well. Well, we're live. It's the 14th of June 2026 and it's 4 p.m. here in England and about 10 p.m. I believe in Pattaya. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Well, live show time. Who've we got on? Ron Shaw. Yes, the comment section is working, Owl. Awesome stuff. Keith Kelly from Ireland, how you doing, mate? Jason Cox, good afternoon. Owl, good afternoon. And it feels like ages since I've actually done a vlog. It is. I mean, season 6 finished a few weeks ago now, so I'm itching to get a vlog. But I just don't want to do it for the sake of it. I don't want it to be too boring. So when I think of something, I will post a vlog at some point. Mark Smith in the house. Hi, Mark. How are you doing? Welcome to the live show. God knows how many people will get on. If you can start by hitting the like button, that'd be awesome. It'll get us off to a good start. It's free, but it really helps the algorithm. Steve Kelly, afternoon, Owl. Good afternoon. Welcome to the live show. Boohoo4962, hello from Canada. Welcome to the live show. Gavin's in the house. Hello, Owl. It's 196 days. Well, that'll soon come round, mate. It'll soon come round. Tony Travels in the house. How you doing, mate? Good afternoon, Owl. Scotland are winning the World Cup. Wow, bit of confidence there. They did win yesterday. Congratulations to Scotland for winning yesterday. I'll try and have a cup of tea without slurping too much. Apparently, it's not so much the slurp, it's the swallowing of the tea. The second bit of the process. Let's have a see what we've got. Lots of people in the house. And we get new usernames on the live show, as well as existing owls as well. We've got Viking Prepper on the chat. Good afternoon, mate. Welcome to the live show. Welcome to the live show, Plek. I don't understand the question, but welcome. Damon's in the house. Afternoon, Mark. Have a great Sunday from a sunny Sussex. And this is it. We get people watching from all over the place, not just in England, but New Zealand, easy for me to say, New Zealand, Australia, America, Germany, Ireland, everywhere in between, a full house. And it's different time this time, of course, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Sometimes I'll do a morning live, sometimes I'll do an afternoon. So hopefully we'll capture a few people on it today. Any questions, any comments, put them in the comment section. Are you looking forward to the England game coming up, of course, on Wednesday? I'll be watching it. Cannot wait. Croatia, I think, isn't it? Gavin says, I've seen Michael, the cameraman, on Webby's videos. He's living the dream out there. He is, mate. He is, and he deserves it as well. He's worked very hard to get himself in a position where he has the option to retire out there. That's Michael, the cameraman, and good luck to him. And no doubt he'll be in the background watching this, moderating. Big John's in the house. Hi, Owl. Hope you're well. I'm in the cave drinking a cold Singer. And what is the plan after the cave, John? Is it heading your way down to the beer garden and then maybe the windmill? Please let us know what the bigger plan is. Always good to have you on the live show. Well, Plek, I wish I could stay, but you know, let's face it, staying in Pattaya is expensive. You know, there's no other two words about it. You need, if you're going to enjoy the entertainment, then you need a bit of money. And I've certainly learned that the hard way. If you've been following the channel from the start, you'll see I've had an attempted move out there. And it's not realistic to survive on YouTube income. I'm very grateful for the £1,400 that I've earned this month based on season 6. That's, you know, it's awesome. But it's not realistic to get that every single month. So thanks to the moderators in the background. I think we've got Wolf in the background as well. Let's catch up, see where we are. JJ975, hello from Grantham. Welcome to the live show. If you've just joined, big hello. Literally just started. If you could hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. We've got people from Canada in the house. Mike Huntsaw, when is round 7 in Patia? Well, of course, that's season 7. I'm planning for next year. That is for sure. So we'll have to see how it materialises. Whenever I know when I'm booking, how I'm booking, then I will let you guys know and include you in that. Of course, looking for flights, Skyscanner, going direct to the airline, all of that good stuff. I'll include you in it. But yeah, season 7 is very much on track for 2027. I know a lot of you guys saying it'll probably happen sooner, but I'm knuckling down, I'm earning, I'm doing the right thing to try and get myself in a position. Because of course I've been to Patia too many times in the last 3 years and spent too much money. So it is about knuckling down and earning. What are you up to on this Sunday? Maybe you're having a couple of afternoon beers? Let me know in the comments. I went out for a few last night. Don't usually go out for a beer in England, but I went out with a mate for a few. It was well past midnight when I got in, so feeling a little bit rough today, that is for sure. Looks like we've got a few idiots in the house. They're being dealt with by Wolf. Thank you, mate. Judging on some of them, I'd just get rid, as you're already doing. We don't block lightly, but if they're going to come on and just say something utterly ridiculous, then they'll just go. Chris Gardner, Owl, where you been, dude? Missing the updates. Yeah, I appreciate that. I know the vlogs were very regular, and now I've not done one for a few weeks. But I did say at the end of the last vlog that is the end of season 6. I think a lot of you are asking for more vlogs before season 7, and I definitely will bring you a few. And even just from like the algorithm point of view, you know, if I don't make a vlog now until season 7, that is not going to help the channel. So I will get some vlogs, but it's finding that balance between creating a vlog that's going to be worth posting and, you know, just doing it for the sake of it and doing a decent vlog. That's where I'm at the minute. That's why I'm not rushing to get something out. Typhon, there's only one Pattaya Owl walking along, singing a song, walking in an owl wonderland. Thank you, mate. Welcome to the live show. Awesome to meet you as well on Tree Town. Super Stephen, hi Mr. Owl. Next month going to Patia. Awesome. Lots of people going out there. Well, the moderators are going to be busy on this one, that's fair to say. You know, we don't block lightly on the live shows. You can come on, you can have a challenge, you can say this, but if you're just going to come on and just say something completely false and inappropriate and offensive to other people on the live show, maybe offensive to YouTube as well, then it's an immediate block forever. So, yeah. Thanks to Wolf working in the background there. And no doubt we've got Damon and potentially Micah the cameraman if he's not out in Candy Club. Because it's 10 o'clock in Patia. So there is a potential. Yeah, I don't get involved in all that tit-for-tat playground stuff. It's just, I haven't been slagging anyone off, by the way, as well. Important to add. But I'm not going to get involved in that at all. It's pathetic. You know, someone's contacted me, warned me off someone, and that's as much as I've said. And that was many months ago. But getting involved in tit for tat and slagging people off is not. Just because somebody says something doesn't make it the truth. There's always two sides to a story. So I don't want to get involved in the playground stuff. That is for sure. Wow, we've just started and we've got 166 people on. A big hello, everyone. If you can hit the like button, it'll really help the algorithm. And we've also got a few idiots in the house today. And the moderators are dealing with them. We've gone a few weeks without them, but they've come on today. They've come on today. And let's see where we are with the comments. I'd love it if Michael Cameraman started a channel of his own. Obviously, that's up to him, completely up to him. But if Michael the Cameraman did want to start a YouTube channel, he would 100% have my full backing because he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And also, he's got a story. He's got a Patia story, which you guys would want to, that you would be interested in. You know, if it be holidaying there for over 30 odd years to then moving over there. But YouTube isn't for everybody. You know, you've got to put up with some shit as well as, you know, the good thing, the good comments, the good views, the little bit of pocket money. There is a downside to YouTube. So I never push it on it. If he doesn't want to do it, I fully get it. He might change his mind. That's entirely up to him. Wayne Duncan's in the house. Well, afternoon, Owl. Easy for me to say. Welcome to the live show, mate. Welcome. Good afternoon. And we've got people watching from all over the place. Have we got anyone in the house in Pattaya at the minute? Anybody in Pattaya City? Let me know in the comments. Oh, we have Simon Beck, 2042. Hello from Pattaya. Nice to speak to the Owl and Michael on Soy Diana Season 6. Nice one, Matt. I think I do remember you, actually, walking down Soy Diana. Welcome to the live show. Dopamine 5571. Hope you're well, Mr. Owl. Yeah, good, thank you. Good. And by the way, if I miss your comment, don't be afraid to put it again. None of the moderators will penalise you for duplicating a comment. So if I do miss it, and I'm trying to respond to all of them where I can, just pop the comment again. And everyone doing a love heart or a party sign, as always, I see every single one and it's massively appreciated. But the moderators are busy today. Kenna5411, shame about the Savage channel. It was a hoot. Yeah, it looks like that has gone down. And, you know, it's fair to say I had differences in terms of him saying I reported one of his videos originally and that was incorrect. Apart from that, some of them were quite funny, you know, some of them were quite funny. So yeah, to see it gone down, it is what it is. No doubt the guys put a bit of effort into it. But what I would say is to any of these channels out there, because it's like a bit of a revolution, isn't there, these parody channels at the minute. You know, if you create your own visuals and your own vocals, you've probably got a better chance of doing well out there. It's when you're using other people's content, if they're not happy with that, then you're very vulnerable as a channel, and obviously that's quite obvious. But so I think what will happen is more and more will potentially use animation and use AI, and I think as long as it's not offensive, directly offensive to that individual or their family, and it's just banter, then that's where I'm at. You know, I'm not into supporting any kind of harassment or bullying or anything extreme like that. But if it's a little bit of, you know, hidey-hi, shoo-waddy-waddy, then, you know, I don't take myself too seriously. I can go along with that and have a laugh. So, yeah, we'll have to see what's going on. But originality is key, both visually, creating your own visuals, your content, as well as the audio. So it's a dangerous game if you're using other people's content. But to this date, I have never, ever reported a video on YouTube. So Savage was wrong on that one. But we wish him all the best, whoever it is. Kevin, when the next dream, Matt? Well, Season 7 next year is very much the plan. Some of you are saying it'll be sooner. We'll have to see on that one. I do have work commitments. I'm knuckling down, earning, saving up for, well, the next holidays. You know, I've definitely overspent in the last 3 years this month. June 2023, I first entered Bangkok Airport on the way to Pattaya. 3 years this month. It might even be three years today. Can't remember the exact date in June, but it was definitely June 2023. Big John says he's going to iBar tonight. Yeah, don't blame you. What a bar that is. You know, there's not many bars I like on Walking Street, but iBar is awesome. It really is. And of course, you've got the Insomnia Club upstairs. And I was only introduced to it in Season 6 by a mate. So it's fairly new to me as well, but I do love it. Of course, there'll always be love for the Candy Club. But the iBar is a new favourite of mine. Mongering isn't cheap. It's not. I mean, we all know you can go to Pattaya and spend very little if you want to, but if you want to enjoy the entertainment, then, you know, you're going to be spending £50 to £100 a day minimum. Let's face it. Ron Shaw can't get into the World Cup at the moment. Hopefully when England start, it'll happen. That's what usually happens for me when England start. Then I get in the mood. I will be watching the game on Wednesday with family, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to get behind England like we always do, and I think we're like third, fourth favourite to actually win the tournament, and we've been very close in the last couple of big tournaments as well, semi-finals and a final. So fingers crossed. But yeah, I didn't even watch the opening ceremony, so I am hoping that Wednesday is the day that I actually get into the World Cup. Leslers 3754. I will miss you in Pattaya. Thank you, mate. Yeah, miss being there. It's definitely my favourite holiday destination for sure. 100%. It is. It's there's no other place that I'd be interested in going at the minute. Obviously, you've got places in and around Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines. They excite me. But you know, Thailand, there's so much more I want to see of Thailand, and more holidays in Pattaya to come, and then I'll start to visit the other places in and around. But in terms of going to Spain, Benidorm, even to the States, I mean, I've done New York and Florida. I think them days are done. I really think it's Southeast Asia for me. Monk Fishmasher, welcome to the live show. We've just started and we've got 200 people on. If you can smash the like button, it'll really help the algorithm. It'll get more people on the live show, more comments, and of course, more people watching on demand as well. Good to have you on here, Monk Fisher. Thank you very much for the milkshake on Soy Lenke. Much appreciated. Plek J8U, Owl, if you stay here, your income goes up a lot. But if you leave, yes, your income goes down. That is very much true. So, you know, my payday from YouTube is around about 1,400, but that's based on season 6. And when I'm here in England, I don't earn anywhere near that. I mean, I'm not posting videos, but even if I was posting videos, I won't get anywhere near that. So it's very much a Thailand holiday vlogging Pattaya channel, and it's very kind of seasonal. That's fair to say. I can't be expecting to be getting £1,400 every month. It doesn't work that way. I'm very grateful for it. It's a little bit of pocket money, and being monetized on YouTube's awesome. You know, it's an achievement to get monetized. Is the way I look at it. Joe Linton 526. Welcome to the live show. Hello from Chicago. There we go. So we've got people from Australia, New Zealand, everywhere in between. Chicago. Yeah, the thing is, mate, I have a lot of respect for Mark at M&M Bar. Okay, I have a lot of respect. Always been a gentleman to me, and I still think that. And I've had a beer there. I've bought him a beer, and I haven't slagged him off. So I've made reference to Thailand Savage, like I've done myself with, you know, Shiwadi Wadi, Heidi Hi. Don't take myself too seriously, but I've not slagged someone off personally. So yeah, that's all good from my point of view. Dopamine 5571, your videos and content help me find the confidence to travel to Pattaya in December on my own, Owl. And I stayed at the Travelodge. It was amazing. Christmas and New Year. Awesome, mate. I'm glad you managed to take something from the videos. You know, I appreciate the audience. The audience is a mixture of people who have not been to Pattaya, people who are thinking of going for the first time, combined with people that have been going for many years and expats as well. A whole mixture of people who watch the channel. So that's awesome. You managed to get some confidence from the videos, and more to come, mate. Thank you very much indeed. And the Travelodge, what a little place that is on Soi 15 Pattaya. If you're after a cheap but comfortable accommodation in Pattaya, around about the £35 per night, then I recommend the Travelodge for a few nights. Great access to the Avenue if you're going to Eat Street or the cinema, or dare I say, the Robin Hood. Well, Travel Sports, if I am the most boring vlogger you've ever seen on YouTube, why don't you just get off the channel? You know, Wolf, just get rid of him, mate. Why come on here and say I'm the most boring vlogger? I mean, seriously? Just go, mate. Why watch? Justin DXB, the guy in the background, your younger brother. Well, he's got a bit more of a tan than I have at the minute, being in England for a number of weeks. I don't know if you've noticed as well, is the light here in the studio / dining room is turned off today, which means I haven't got the glow on the head. So let me know if you think it's better. Mark Alpin 5704, welcome to the live show. Always good to have you here. A big hello everyone if you just joined. We've got 210 on. Hi everyone. If you could hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. Hi Owl, hope you're well. How did your coffee date go? You know what? The actual date went really well. After the date, we've not quite gelled as much, but the actual date itself went all right, but nothing has materialised from the date. It was a coffee, it was a chat in kind of a cafe, beer garden type of place for about an hour, and that was it. I could still keep in contact. It's just, you know, you either click with someone or you don't, and it wasn't quite right. Super Steven said he's going to Pattaya next month. Awesome. Lots of people going out there. Lesers3754, Top Man Owl, thank you very much. Moderators working hard today. We've got Wolf and Damon so far. Awesome stuff. It must just be one of them days. Maybe it's the timing of the live show as well. So normally I'll do a morning live show and maybe some of these trolls are fast asleep in their mother's basement at that time. Whereas now, you know, they've had a little bit of time to wake up. It is 4:20 in the afternoon here in England, and 10:20 in Pattaya. So it's possible an afternoon live show attracts more idiots, but they're just the minority, of course. Plek Owl, if season 6 is 2 weeks, season 7 is going to be 2 weeks too. It's a good question, mate. I don't know yet. Nothing's booked. I'm going to share that with you. We all know longer the better in Pattaya, but I want to be respectful to the commitments I've got in the UK and actually earning, you know, the decision to actually earn in the UK and spend in Thailand on holidays is definitely the way forward for me. So, but yeah, longer the better. I mean, an ideal period of time is a good month in Thailand. Does that necessarily work around work commitments? Not necessarily. So it's a compromise between 2 or 3 weeks potentially for season 7. And, you know, it will be starting off in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Udon Thani. Pattaya will be in there. Krabi will be in there, amongst some other places as well. Welsh 3286, good to have you on the live show, mate. I'm off to Thailand Wednesday. Only 6 days I'll be in Thailand, then I'm back home. Well, at least you're getting out there, mate. Thai fan, okay, so the latest percentages are in. You are 95%. This is from Thai fan, by the way. 95% returning to Pattaya this year. I mean, 95%. I remember when you were saying it was 12% for season 6. What I would say, and what is massively different, is there's a real clear understanding that I need to continue to knuckle down and earn, rather than going on holiday, spending. Gunships in the house. How are you doing, mate? Afternoon, Mark. Hope you're well. Yeah, really good, mate. Hope you're ready to enjoy your evening meal with plenty of ketchup, as you like it, and mayonnaise. Always good to have you here, mate. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, just going back to this, he said this. Honestly, it's like playground stuff. It really is. It's not in my nature to go around slagging people off. I'm not interested. People who know me know I'm respectful. Only if someone's an absolute arse would I then just remove myself from that person. I haven't got the time to start going around slagging them off. I mean, we're not in a playground situation. And, you know, if I've got a mate and someone's warning me off that mate, then of course I'm going to let that mate know. It's just loyalty to friendship. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of something which was weeks and weeks ago. So, Super Steven 782 staying at the Vogue. Awesome. We all know I like the Vogue. I think it's good value for money at around £20 to £25 a night. Soy 6 Dave, how have you been to Pattaya in December? I have, mate. December of 2023, I was in Pattaya for Thailand, well, the New Year and Christmas as well. Thoughts on it? Everything was a little bit more expensive. Hotels were harder to book last minute. So I'm not in a rush to go back. But if you're after busyness and atmosphere, and that's what you go to Pattaya for, then I recommend December, which is classed as their high season, I guess. but I'd much rather be there in January, February, March, when it's a little bit quieter. Because, of course, I don't go there, apart from the meetup nights, I don't go there to see loads of people. It's to enjoy the bars, enjoy the entertainment. Joe, you've put you and Webby. What does that mean? Boohoo algorithm. Absolutely. Hit that like button for us, mate. Mark Alpin, Owl, is Christmas a good time to go to Pattaya? I pretty much touched on that already, mate. It is, depending what you're looking for. If money's not an issue, you're prepared to pay a little bit more for everything, and you like the busyness and the atmosphere, then it's a great time to go. And lots of people would back me up there and say December is a really good time to go to Thailand. But if you like it a little bit quieter and a little bit cheaper and in low season like me, then maybe wait until January. But yeah, it just depends what you like. Some people hate it when it's quiet and they're complaining that Pattaya's dead, as if that's a bad thing. Not for me. Typhon, nice background. It looks like two of you are doing the live show. Thank you very much. I do like to do a different background each live show. Colin, I won't be doing any collaborations on live shows. I just do my own thing. Same as I said about jumping on other people's kind of podcasts, or, you know, maybe season 7, if I'm in Pattaya and someone invites me on a live show or a podcast, I might consider it. But I don't see any need in doing it when we're kind of in between seasons. Doesn't really make any sense. And I don't want to just go and do an interview on someone else's YouTube channel because other YouTubers have done it. I haven't followed other people from the start. I've always done my own thing. So I'm going to carry on with that mentality for now. Chris, I hope the contract's going well. It is, mate. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, and welcome to the live show. Soy6 Dave, that Duster keeps talking about you. Well, I don't even really know him. I know of him now, obviously. And, you know, there's no hate there from my point of view. And I think I've said as much as I want to say on it. People are allowed to talk about you, especially if you've got a YouTube channel. But I'm certainly not looking for enemies or to fall out with people unnecessarily. Leads quite nicely into the next one. Wayne Duncan, 6137. Welcome to the live show. Well, why do you think the Thailand vlogging is so toxic, Owl? Well, I've been watching it for 10 years. 10 years, 2000 and, wow, it's 11 years. What am I on about? 2015, I started watching Thailand vloggers, the likes of Kevin Thailand and Twitchy and all that, what was going on there. It's always been toxic. There's always been hate. There's always been nastiness or banter towards others. And I don't necessarily think it's got any better or worse. It just is what it is. And it goes through peaks and troughs. From my point of view, the Owl channel, I'm just vlogging my holiday and I'm not looking for any drama. Not my style. I didn't set out this channel building it on controversy. You get some people doing that. Maybe they're not getting the views, or they've started a small channel, not mentioning any names, but actually the way they get the views and they get the traction is by slagging off other people or other YouTubers. That's not the way I want to go about it. So like I say, it's as toxic as ever. I think what has changed, and it's kind of a revolution, and that is the parody channels. And some are better than others. And I think, you know, if it makes me laugh, then potentially I could back it and give it the thumbs up, as long as it's not offensive or harassment or bullying. And I think what we're going to see is more of these parody channels, and hopefully they'll get a little bit more creative. Hopefully they will. And what I mean by that is they're creating their own content visually as well as doing the voiceovers. And that could be the way forward. I think it's a bit of a revolution. Something that maybe 10 years ago I didn't see too much of the parody channels. Big Daddy, serious question mark. Why not come on the NDTVI next trip? I will. If it's a public show, I'll be more than happy to go on to Nick and Martin's NDTVI. If I'm asked the question, well, why just the public and not the members? They're happy for me to jump on the members. It's because I want the people who are not members, which will be a chunk of my viewers, to be able to watch the chat that we have, and that's the only thing. So it's more exposure for the channel, and I'm up for it. But going on a members section is not gonna, the majority of my viewers are not going to be able to see it unless they all sign up to the membership on the day, kind of thing. Typhon, 100%, we need to make money, absolutely, over here in England or wherever you live. Yes, mate. Yeah, I am doing a little bit of side ventures with cars as well, mate. Just whatever I can to generate income, which is going to pay for holidays. Well, there we go, Big Daddy. I've mentioned it. Why not members? It's because the majority of people who want to watch from my channel are not members. So how are they going to see it? I mean, if you've got a good enough answer to that, mate, I'll listen. I'm not being arsey about it. But that was my respectful reply to Nick, which was the majority of people who watch the channel are probably not members and not going to be able to see the interview. And I know a lot of people wanted to watch it from the first time round. I'm not sure what's happened to the first interview on NDTVI. Well, I'm assuming it's been deleted. I don't know. But Nick and Martin, certainly Nick, have always been respectful to me as well. So. Moderators are busy. If you just joined us, by the way, we've got over 200 people, 212 on. If you've not hit the like button, please do. It really helps the algorithm and helps get more people on demand as well. And moderators, if you can let me know how many likes we've got so far. I can't quite see what we've got until I refresh the page. Big Daddy says, idiot one here. Well, welcome to the live show, Big Daddy. Joe the Joiner, have you seen the Savage videos? I did, mate. And I've made reference to them as well on my live shows. I found some of them quite funny. I think there's a difference between harassment and bullying and having a bit of banter. Taking the piss out of me for having a milkshake and a cheese on toast, hidey hi, swaddy waddy. I can find that quite funny. What I don't like, though, is if somebody says, I've reported a video when I haven't. I've never reported a video. I'm not saying people shouldn't report a video. I mean, the process is there for a reason. If someone's using your content and you don't like that, then you have every right to be able to put in a claim for that. But I haven't done that. And yeah, I have seen that Savage has been taken down. But it certainly wasn't me who reported him. IT Crazy Fish, welcome to the live show. Not seen you for a while, mate. English teaching, YouTube money, part-time bar manager. It sounds like a lot, mate. I mean, I've always said I think making the money over here in England and then going over and doing a season is the way forward until I get financially free. Yeah, financially free. And I think at that point, then things could change. That might be 5 years, 10 years. 65 thumbs up, nice one, Damon. Well, we've got a target of 150, so we're almost halfway there. If you can hit the like button, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't want to go over there, make the same mistake again. Teaching English, I think you've got to have a degree. I think that's changed. YouTube money is peanuts. It really is. As grateful as I am, it's minimal amount of money. And thinking I'm going to be a bar manager as well as doing all of that isn't going to work. So I've already made the decision way back in season 6 that I'll earn my money here in England and then holiday out there, and that's the way I can do it at the minute. And big shout out and credit to mates that are making it work out there. You've got Webby, you've got Michael the cameraman, who have worked their arse off for many years to get themselves in a position where they can actually go out there and enjoy their retirement, and that's awesome. And I think that's something to work towards. By the way, if I miss a comment, as I said earlier, drop it again. It's not intentional unless it's absolutely moronic. We have had some trolls on the live show. And I'm not on about people just saying something negative or challenging. I'm thick-skinned and I let that go. But if they're coming on here and just saying something completely inappropriate, that's offensive to me, to you, to YouTube. It's an immediate, not just time out, it's immediate block. And Wolf, Damon, and whoever else is on here, moderator-wise, are keeping tabs on it. So thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Kenneth Savage channel got burned. I've seen that it's gone, yeah. And, someone's not happy, I guess, with them using the content. And this is what I come back to. You know, if you create your own content with AI, animation, and do your own voiceover, I'm not sure. I think that would be okay then, I guess, as long as it's not harassment, bullying, and it's a bit of banter. You could probably grow a channel and get monetized and all that good stuff. But I think if you're using other people's content for a parody channel, then it's just a bomb waiting to go off, isn't it? It's literally at some point you're probably going to get closed down, and that can happen overnight, I believe. Oh, would you marry in Pattaya? Never say never. I honestly believe I might meet someone out of Pattaya somewhere in Thailand. Would I then arrange to get married in Pattaya? Probably not. Thai fan, good question. How are you actively working towards a retirement in Pattaya? I'm actively working towards financial freedom. Again, I have made a video on it. You know, I was financially free a few years ago before I spent loads of money in Thailand and holidaying. So I've got a 5-year plan to get back to that, and then we'll see where we are. So just being in a better financial position where, yeah, and it could be that then there's maybe a move to Thailand later on, but I'll never make the same mistake and go out there in any kind of rush or relying on peanuts or not being financially secure. That is, I've certainly learnt my lesson. Plek J8U, easy for me to say. Owl, I'm in Pattaya now. Nice one. We've got people watching from all over the world. Scooby Snacks in the house. How you doing, mate? Hello, Mr. Owl. Nice to see you back on the live. Yeah, and I'm going to bring you some vlogs. I promise you're going to get some vlogs before season 7. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified when they come out. I have been quite busy this week. I might have been able to get one otherwise. But yeah, you will get one in the next week, so I promise. Keep an eye out for it. Thai fan, I must say, Owl, you are the most popular person in Pattaya YouTubers' comments, and you don't even live in Pattaya. You're a man in demand. Well, I don't know what it is, mate. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm creating my channel. I'm not going out my way to cause any trouble or slag any people off. And in fact, I get on with a good chunk of the Thailand vlogging community. And yeah, I can't. The thing is, you can't control what people say and what people do. When you're not there or behind your back, you can only focus on yourself. Somebody once taught me you can only control what's in kind of your circle, and don't be worrying about what other people think. And that's my mentality. You know, you've got a random person saying you've been slagging off another person. Does that make it the truth? No, it doesn't. That's just somebody causing shit unnecessarily. So. The Stains 6289. Do you think Thailand Savage is funny? I found some of the videos funny. I've made it crystal clear my view on that channel. I found it funny, and you know what? I might have even backed it more than I did if it wasn't for the fact that he said I reported one of his videos when I hadn't. You know, if I report a video, if I ever actually report a video, then I will tell you that I've reported a video. There you go. But I've never done it yet. And it's not because I'm lazy and I can't be arsed. I've just not felt the need to. Yeah, and I don't speak for anybody else, you know. I'm just speaking for myself. Some people might be highly offended with the content, or they really just don't want their content to be used, and I respect that. So somebody reporting the channel for their reasons is okay as well. I mean, there's a process on YouTube to do that. I don't want the people to feel like they can't report a video, but it's just something I've not done. And certainly if somebody was harassing or it was bullying, then, you know, potentially you might want to look at, you know, I'm not mentioning their names, but, you know, there's a particular YouTube that's got a lot of channels out there, and, you know, if you're not happy with that, then I'd put something together to try and get them closed down, potentially, but only that person or them people can make that decision. Acorn, I wish I was in Pattaya. Darren Chester, welcome to the live show. I'm in Wongamat, living here, Owl. Nice one. Welcome. We've got a few people on from Pattaya. I was a bit sceptical of the time, but actually 10 p.m. in Pattaya is still pretty early. And, you know, 4 o'clock, it's 20 to 5 now, but 4 o'clock here in England is a decent time as well. And there's some decent football games on today. I think we've got Germany and then an evening game later on, Holland as well. So a couple of big teams playing today in the World Cup. Mark Hyle, met you in Pattaya Season 6. Mark from Dublin here. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Yes, really nice to meet you, mate. Really nice to meet you. Sorry, 6 Dave. Our best advice you was given by Munger. Best advice was probably, I would say, from Webby, which is get your financially, get it sorted, get yourself in a position where you are financially free to then go out to Pattaya. And I know it sounds obvious, but sometimes I got carried away with the excitement. But I say the Owl's a little bit wiser to that now, and it is what it is. There will be a holiday to Pattaya. It will be Season 7, but there'll be no crazy move relying on YouTube income. Kenneth, fair play Al for taking it on the chin. Cool. Typhon, the England top is looking good. It is Mike's Shopping Mall, and it even came with a proper tag and everything. Massive, massive lover of Mike's Shopping Mall. The quality of this England shirt is phenomenal, and it cost about 11 English pounds, which is just awesome. Big Daddy, I guess I'm banned too. I'm not sure what you're referring to, mate. I know you're a contributor on NDTVI as well, I think, aren't you, mate? So hopefully I've answered your question in relation to members versus non-members. And yeah, Nick and that lot have always been a gentleman to me. I mean, obviously Martin's had his odd little comment, but there's no hate there from me. Frank Travels, hello, Owl. Welcome to the live show. Steve Ward, 2104, been playing killer at Cloud9, reloaded all afternoon, now back at the condo waiting for the Germany game. Hi from Soy15, welcome to the live show, mate. Of course, yeah, the Germany game, followed by the Holland game. A busy one. Nomyai Inspector's in the house. Good evening, Mr. Owl. Welcome. Michael, the cameraman's here. How are you doing, mate? How are you doing? And I know I've asked you before, would you be interested in starting a YouTube channel? You said no. But seriously, mate, if you ever do, you will have my 100% backing because you're one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. And I would definitely, and I'm sure a lot of the people on here would follow your journey of moving over to Pattaya. But I also respect that YouTube is not for everyone. It can be brutal. It can be toxic. It can be time consuming. And it doesn't really give a lot in return. I mean, I enjoy it. I get a bit of pocket money. There's a buy me a coffee as well. But yeah, and I respect if that's your decision, Michael. But I think you'd have an awesome channel. And of course, I've already shown you. I've already shown you how to do thumbnails as well. So cool. Mr. Stant67, welcome to the live show. Did you ever go to Kink Upstairs? Did you like it? And Mr. Egg's Old Barley Pub. Yeah, I've been to both, mate. I liked them both. And of course, I like the Rum Running Out as well, which is also Mr. Egg's Bar and Soyber Co. And even if it's just for a couple early afternoon, I think it opens at 3 o'clock. I'm a big fan. Typhon, who do you think is winning the World Cup? Doesn't even feel like it's on right now. I think because England have not played the first game, I really do think it will kick in on Wednesday. I'm going to be watching the game with family. And I hope England win. I mean, I've not seen anybody amazing yet, but we have got bigger teams playing. You know, we've got the likes of Germany. I think France are probably one of the favourites to win. England, of course, 3 or 4 to win. It'd be interesting to see how Brazil are. They used to be super on it, didn't they? Big Daddy says, honestly, Mike, I don't believe that. You shouldn't be so serious about the cracks. Just take it all in your stride. I think, are you referring to the NDTVI? Sorry, mate, I'm a bit behind with the comments, but that is an honest answer in terms of NDTVI. I'd rather go on the public show than the members show so more people can see it. I mean, I can't be any more straight up than that. And I respect it if they don't want me on the public show and they just want me on the members. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. I still have a beer in hook up and everything. It's no problem. Plek, Owl, come on. Welcome to the live show. Mark Alpin, it's not coming home. Well, some people are a little bit pessimistic about England's chances of winning the World Cup. I'm optimistic. it's going to be interesting to see if we play much better than the days where, I mean, Southgate's done pretty well. He's got us to major finals and semi-finals. So can the new man do the same? Tony Travels official. Well, this is a different type of question. Owl, do you have any plans installing a bum gun at your home? You can't beat a bit of old fish. I tell you what, I mean, I'd be interested, but the difference, I think the difference in the bathrooms is the actual drainage side of it. You couldn't just install a bum gun and rely all just going down the toilet. I think you probably would have to get, like you've got in Thailand, you've got a little drain for any overspill, and it's a lot of work, Prior 9181, how did the date go? The date went well, but after the date, nothing's really materialised. Maybe I could make a little bit more effort. I don't know, but the actual date was nice. It was a cup of tea and coffee for her in a nice setting. But maybe you just kind of know, don't you, when there's a bit of a spark there. Maybe it was missing something, a bit of a spark. So the date went well, but after that, nothing's really. We've not arranged to meet up again. So the owl is still single as we speak. Plek J8, we have to wait a year for you to go to Pattaya for 2 weeks again. Well, the thing is, mate, we don't know. Just like this channel from the start, we don't know when it's going to be. We didn't know season 6 was going to happen this year, and I think that keeps us on our toes. And it is what it is, mate. It is a holiday Thailand vlogging channel as it stands. So we'll keep going with it. And what I can't do is just go to Pattaya next week just to keep you happy, mate. I wish I could, but financially that would be insane. It really would be insane. Gavin, UK, £200 a day, live the dream for 2 weeks. Well, that's it. We talk about the 2-week millionaire. Going there on holiday is very different. And there is a benefit of going there on holidays. You can spend a lot more than if you was out there living. Minoy, I've got a bum gun fitted in my home. Works like a treat, just control the pressure. Well, maybe that's the way forward. I mean, I do prefer, actually, I don't want to talk too much about bum guns, I mean, but they are awesome, let's face it. More hygienic, would you say? Damon, UK bum guns work just as good as the ones in my house in Thailand. Nice one. And I take it, you have to have the whole setup, the drainage on the floor, or is it just the actual gun? And for you guys who don't want to hear about bum guns, we'll move on as well. Mark Smith, welcome to the live show. I'm thinking of upping sticks and moving to Thailand. Can you suggest some things I need to sort before I leave? Well, I'm definitely not an expert by any means. You know, I've had a failed attempt of moving. I think one of the things I did do right, though, is secure your visa. But again, you know, it depends what visa you're going for. Some are better doing over here, some are better doing over there. So take advice, maybe speak to a visa agency on, like the one on Soy 6, something like that. The DTV visa I got, I'm well happy with it. It's a 5-year visa. There's 4 years left on it. I get 6 months every time I enter Thailand. It costs 300 quid. It's an awesome visa, but it's not going to work for everyone. It works for me with the YouTube. Get your visa sorted. Make sure you're financially right, but I'm definitely not the best person to be giving advice on moving to Thailand. There's probably other YouTubers which are better placed for that. Peter Thomas, 3194. Good afternoon, Mark. How are things going? I have, mate. Yeah, contract's good. Knuckling down, getting on with it, and earning money and focusing on how I can get in a position where I can afford to enjoy a holiday again and season 7. Lots of people asking how the date went. Thank you very much. The actual date went very well, but nothing has materialised. JP Jordan 4098. Hope all is well. Yes, I got my England shirt from the usual lady at Mike's shopping mall. The wife and I miss Pattaya. Hope to go back in spring. Ignore the wind-up merchants, by the way. Yeah, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. And what a stall that is in Mike's shopping mall. The quality of the shirts for 500 baht. Some people are getting them for 350 baht. I think it just depends on what size you're getting. And no doubt one day the prices will be even higher than that, which is a shame. But I'm very happy paying £11 for this, which I think it might be as high as £120 if I was to get it over in England, over here in England. Ray Tickle 9657. I'm booked again for November, and my best flight deal yet, 598 direct from Gatwick with British Airways. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not a super fan of British Airways. However, a direct flight from England to Thailand for £598 is exceptional. I agree with you, mate. That's the kind of figure you'd be looking to do a connecting flight. So to get a direct flight, and hopefully British Airways will deliver for you. My perception of them is not great, but then again, I've not flown with them for a while, so. John Paul 8293 Owl, did you ever think of doing a Thailand tour for a couple of weeks with meeting other Thai YouTubers around Thailand? Well, I'd be up for that, mate. I mean, if there's, I don't follow many other YouTubers out of Pattaya though, so I don't know any of them. But yeah, I'd be up for that. But I guess it's probably better that I do a bit of homework first and see who I actually like. If you've got any recommendations, drop it there. But no doubt this vlog is in Bangkok, I'm not aware of, and Udon Thani and Chiang Mai. Big Daddy, question: do you have an owl phone? Well, I have a mobile phone, mate. Not an owl phone where you can do call-ins to the live shows. Are you on about? Mike Platt 72. Great to see you, Owl. Hope you and all your subs have a great weekend. Awesome, mate. Yeah, big welcome to the live show. We've got over 216 on. If you've not hit the like button yet, please do. It doesn't cost anything, and it really helps the algorithm. It gets more people on the live show, but also more people watching on demand as well. Plek J8, £700 a month, get you far in Pattaya, or just commit to it. Well, of course, there's bills to pay over here in England. I'm not prepared to rent out my property. We've had that conversation before. So it's not as simple as that. And £700 is not going to go very far. I mean, that could be a week's worth of entertainment if you're spending £100 a night. I'm not saying you're going to spend £100 a night, but £700, unless you're going to stay in and have Cocoa Pops, is not going to go very far. Mark 8350, hired the same, 624 direct from Gatwick. So there's a few deals out there. There is a few deals there. That's good. Yeah, interesting you mentioned about the weather out there in the States. I mean, I wonder what impact that's going to have on the actual playability. Mr. Hill, greetings. 192 days to go. Welcome to the live show. Thai fan, I booked flights to Cambodia. Booking hotels is quite fun. Lots of great hotels for around 9 to 10 quid per night. Can't wait to go back. Awesome. I really would like to go to Cambodia at some point. Mr. Zlati, hello Mark, 210 viewers, 208 viewers at the moment, not bad for a sunny afternoon. Greetings from Belgium, awesome mate. We've got people watching from Pattaya, Chicago, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, Sweden, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, everywhere in between. Sometimes we get people watching from Texas. It's all over the place, and that's the power of YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, we have had a few. We've had a few trolls / idiots. And that's it. Like I said before, it's the time of day, isn't it? They've had plenty of time to wake up in the mum's basement. So it's ideal for them. Less trolls on a morning live show. And what I mean by that, morning in England. US Marine 3274, welcome to the live show. Hello, mate. I'm off to Pattaya in September and November for 17 nights. Well, that's a decent amount of time. Of course, we all like a good month, but yeah, 17 nights is still plenty of time to have fun in Pattaya. Toby Price, I see people are moving to Kick these days. They're moving from YouTube. I've never fancied the move over to Kick. I think the audience we've got here on YouTube is awesome. I believe you can earn more money on Kick per hour, whereas I don't really, unless I get a buy me a coffee or the odd super chat, I don't really earn much. Occasionally I'll get a little bit of ad revenue from the live show, maybe £10 to £30 depending on the viewing figures. Whereas Kick, I believe it pays $20 an hour if you get to a certain tier. But I just don't like the look of it. It looks like teletext, doesn't it? It doesn't look really appealing. Sorry for the swallowing there. I know some people don't like it. Just a minority of people. Wayne Duncan, what content have you got planned for season 7? I would be nice to see more of Thailand. Yeah, well, you're definitely going to get a couple. You're going to get the travel day vlog. You're going to get a couple of days and nights in Bangkok. You're then going to get the transport up to Chiang Mai and a night out in Chiang Mai and a day in Chiang Mai. Then you're going to get transport to either Hua Hin, Udon Thani, Krabi, a few other places, and then of course I'm back in Pattaya vlog as well. So it's going to be, season 7 is going to be delightful. Martin Ryder, not another trip. However, of course, season 7 will come at some point, no doubt. The plan so far is for 2027, so we'll see. Tom H, Owl, do you have any preference for morning, afternoon or night flights? I don't really know. Doesn't make a massive difference. On the night ones, I don't necessarily fall asleep. So it doesn't make a massive difference. I think if I had a choice, a direct flight flying in the morning, English time means I'm not waiting around all day waiting for my flight. So if I had a preference, I guess it'd be that. Just thinking on the spot. Chris Gardner, 4849, welcome to the live show. It's the World Cup. People's timing is off, maybe. Mark J5W3Y, hi, Mr. Owl. Just back from work, back early. Good stream, fella. Thank you very much. And welcome if you just joined. We've had over 200 people on the live show. It's a busy one. Gary Dav, 100. Fair question. You don't want to complicate matters getting an English girlfriend, Owl. Of course, as you know, I had a date the other week. Hasn't materialised. Hasn't gone anywhere. There wasn't any massive chemistry there. But yeah, getting a girlfriend here in England could complicate things a little bit, but it's not going to stop me from doing season 7. It's not going to stop me from the situation is not going to stop me. Obviously, she's not going to. No one's going to stop me from going out to Pattaya. So it's going to be an interesting one. But of course, at the minute, there's no other dates planned, and therefore there is no Mrs. Owl at the minute. Hypercritical Reject, be good to see a tour of Pattaya. Nice one, mate. Obviously, I've acknowledged Gunship. Always good to have you on the live show, mate. Typhan, if you had to spend the night at just one place, which would you pick? LK Metro, Soi Buakhao, Soi 7, Soi Honey, Tree Town, Soi 6, Walking Street, Jomtien, or somewhere else. I had to spend one night. I would choose. Some people might think I was crazy, but I'd pick LK Metro because I feel more comfortable there than I do on Soi 6. But you could probably have more fun or equally as much fun for that one night on Soi 6. But I'd choose LK Metro. Gary, she might not want you visiting Pattaya, lad. Well, this is what I mean. It could be a vlog for the future. Dieboy Travels, how you doing, mate? Good to have you on the live show. Frank Travels, I'm looking forward to season 10. Wow. I wonder if I'll just be completely grey at that point. Big grey beard. Who knows? Colin Owl got a date on the Pattaya Mongas YouTube. Sorry. Let's see where we are. I love it when the laptop flicks the comments down. If I miss your comment, as I said before, please just pop it again and I'll do my best to find it and answer it. So many comments. Thank you to everyone who's dropping a comment. Right, there we go. Kenneth5411, welcome to the live show. Did your date stumble upon your... Well, we didn't get into the whole, YouTube channel conversation. There's certain kind of steps, if you like. First step is, do we actually get on? Yeah, it was all right. It was a good day. A few little awkward silences, but nothing dramatic. And yeah, nothing has materialised since. But I'll let you know if anything changes. Wayne says, "Is the Vogue guest friendly?" Absolutely. Yeah, I've definitely looked into that policy for sure. Mr. Zaleski, don't let yourself be distracted by the trolls. Don't waste your time on these people. No, there's no distraction, mate. I think it comes part and parcel with a live show and doing YouTube. You will get some of these idiots and some of these trolls who come on and just drop a random comment. You know, they're probably really sad. They've probably never even, gone on holiday, which is fine. But it's not fine if they're just sitting and slagging off other people, is it? Mark J5W3Y, Vogue Hotel is decent, nice rooms, but I didn't like the swimming pool, very basic. Fair observation, mate. The Vogue really works if you just want a nice, clean, fairly decent sized room for around £20 to £30, £20 to £25 a night. It's not the best swimming pool. Gavdav100 was watching one of your earlier videos. You went for 6 months, but all he ended up doing. Yes, well, it's all there. I'd like to think it's all explained within the videos, mate. The attempted move back in 2025, a couple of months in, it all came down to finances. I think in that period I spent around £8,000, and it was just getting ridiculous. I couldn't stay in and eat the Cocoa Pops. I was spending too much on entertainment. But I'm pretty sure all the vlogs within that season, including my mistakes, what I've learned, all that good stuff, Gary, it'll be there for you to watch if you get the time. Big Daddy says, "Hello, Owl. My name's The Raven." Well, welcome. You don't normally come on the live show, but yeah, good to have you on here. Any chance of Cheap Charlie doing a live together? I bumped into the original Cheap Charlie Chronicles on Soyber Cow and Tree Town, and he was a proper gent. I don't tend to do live shows with other YouTubers. I think occasionally I've sat in on Webby's early doors, but yeah, I just tend to generally do my own thing. 2 Week Millionaires, yep. Gunship, I'm having chicken salad with barbecue sauce. I bet you are. Enjoy. Crazy G74. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. Welcome. Yeah, really well, thank you. Welcome to the live show. Mark H8350 says, every hotel is guest friendly, but I had to pay £300. Yeah, that's fair comment, mate. I think, there might be some like the Hilton and this, that and the other that might have a different policy. Do you remember the Hilton? Do you remember when I tried to get in there and do a vlog and they asked me to leave, but then when I went back a few weeks or days later, they actually gave me a bottle of, a glass of champagne and showed me around the rooms. It was like night and day. Completely different reaction. Soy6 Dave, how will you be going to Mac TV podcast to tell a story? I have a lot of time for Mac. Yeah, I would. And the thing is, if it was part of the season, and I've done a vlog before with Mac on one of the last seasons, and yeah, I would if it felt right and it was part of the season. I'd definitely do a vlog with Mac again if that's in his podcast studio or wherever. If it felt natural and he invited me, of course I would. If not, I'd just have a beer downstairs in his bar. But he's another chap who's always been, respectful. I've never had any issues face to face with any other YouTuber in Pattaya to date. So Typhon, 100% we need to make money and focus on saving now. I've answered that one already. Plex says, next time you go to Pattaya, you need to try and stay for longer than a couple of weeks. I agree. I mean, longer the better, ideally, but obviously it's just around other commitments. I don't know anything about the bar fines at Mac TV's bar, mate. I can't really comment on that. Soy6 Dave, Owl, how can you make Pattaya great again? how can you make Pattaya great again? Well, just bring down the prices of entertainment if needed. Not always the case. More for our money. Because that's one of the big appeals, isn't it, of going to Thailand, is that it's a lot cheaper than where we come from. And that's part of the appeal. If it starts to get on par with where we come from or more expensive, then, even I would potentially not go. Why not do a side hustle in AI automation? Fair question. I use AI for some of my images, thumbnails, but I wouldn't want to try and make a business out of it. And obviously AI, it's quite a controversial topic. It's changed the landscape of quite a lot of things, and the convenience and the ease of actually using AI for my YouTube is phenomenal. It's awesome to be able to create backgrounds and thumbnails in seconds for next to nothing cost. But there's probably a downside to all of that, either probably environmental or putting people out of jobs. I mean, you go back 15 years, I remember paying £100 to someone to create me a graphic or a logo, whereas now I could design something better for free, quicker, which must be putting some designers out of a job, which is not a good thing. How are we doing with the thumbs up? Are we anywhere near the 150? If one of the moderators could let us know. Still working my way through the comments before we get a chance to refresh. I will try my best to get around to as many as I can. Big Daddy says, don't forget your love for the bangers. Absolutely. And do you remember the stick I got for going around each of the breakfast places and just ordering a banger to choose the best banger in Pattaya? One chap said, I can't believe you just went there and ordered sausages. I mean, think about the poor people who have to wash the plate. I mean, I did pay for it, but... Chris Gardner, Owl, it looks like you've got more hair in your live video than you have in your thumbnail screenshot. I think that is a fair observation. Cheers, Damon. 96 thumbs up. We're not far at all. We are 54 away from the target. And of course, it'd be interesting to see who's going to be the 150th like today. But yeah, I mean, that probably looks a little bit better shorter, doesn't it? Peter Thomas, all good, mate. Yeah, really good. No news on the new Thailand adventure just yet, season 7. You guys are obviously going to be the first people to know when that will be. Jai, hi Mark, good decision. It's best to earn money at home. Absolutely. Wayne Duncan, 6137. Owl, have you considered setting up your own banger business in Pattaya? I haven't, mate. No, I think I'll probably eat all the profits, so that would not work out very well. Big Daddy, we want to see the Owl back up the pole in bar 7 again. Never. That night was so painful with the ankle. It really was. I couldn't believe it. You know, when your ankle, you've gone over on the ankle, and you just know that you're in for swelling of the ankle and pain for the next few days. Typhoon, good on you, Owl. Once you have the motivation and discipline to just focus, make money, are you in the best position as a man? Money best spent on travelling. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate. And it was a pleasure to meet you as well in Tree Town. I think we had a beer in Lucky Eye Bar on Soy Made in Thailand, was it? Big Daddy, seriously, Mark, if you can take the rest in the comments, you'll be okay. Soy6 Dave, I've answered that one about marrying in Pattaya. Damon says, Mark, on your next Thailand trip, My offer still stands if you visit Birmingham. Welcome to visit and stay in my home, very close to the Thunder Castle football stadium and Chang Racing. So that's an incredible offer, Damon. Thank you, mate. And you're very generous as well. And I might actually take you up on parking as well at Gatwick. There's no way I'm going to be paying for parking again. It will either be public transport, which is probably the best thing to do anyway, just leave the car at home, or I'll take you up on the parking. I'm not going to be paying. The Heathrow meet and greet, the MW, whatever they called, were rubbish. Alex, hi all, Swaddy Cap, Sabidi Mai, hope you and Tina are well. Of course, I'll never forget that night in the windmill. What a night that was. And no doubt in 2027, we'll have a beer again. That'd be awesome. And I'm feeling a lot better than last week as well. That cold sniffle has all gone. Krypton Rider, I think it's fair use and he isn't monetizing the videos. Well, I don't know what's happened. I've already commented on that, mate. You know, I've not reported any videos, but I don't. If someone else wants to report a video because they're using their content or they find it offensive, that's entirely up to them. There's a process in place for that. But yeah, some of them were quite funny from what I could gather. The whole hidey hi, shawaddy waddy. Wayne Duncan, Owl, who is your favourite Thailand vlogger apart from yourself, of course? Okay, well, I'm glad you've added that little bit at the end. My favourite Thailand vlogger is, who would I say? Obviously Webby, and not just because he's a mate. Who else is there? Who do I like? You know, I used to really like watching Kevin Thailand. Really did. Used to enjoy that. But yeah, I'd go with Webby. I'd go with Webby on that one. Dave GB, are you happy Thailand Savage has been removed? I'm not happy, and I'm either not. I'm not like overly sad either. Like I said, I could have given more support, but he said I reported one of his videos and he was completely incorrect. I've never reported a video, so that's my only niggle with him. But there's no hate there, and he obviously made an impact because the way I look at it, if people are talking about you, on other people's live shows or in comments, then you've made an impact. And but it's always a dangerous game, like I said before, without repeating myself. If you're using other people's content, then it's a ticking time bomb. You're best being completely original. So animation. Someone did one the other day, the whole kind of blind date thing, and that was quite funny. That was animation, and it was also a voiceover, which then makes it your own content. So as long as it's not bullying, harassment, I don't see you being taken down, and you can maybe grow a channel, because I do think it's a revolution for these parody channels, and it's not just within the Thailand space. It's wider than that. There's a market for it as long as it's not bullying and harassment, and it's just a bit of banter, and there is a difference. There is a difference, and yeah, I found some of Savage's videos quite funny. Some of them. And obviously other people have different opinions, and of course they would have different opinions because it was different content on them, and they're not going to be happy with it. 75523, sell AI automation. I'm not interested in that, mate, at all. Sean, it's illegal to promote Thai businesses on a DTV visa. Okay, so what businesses am I promoting then? Mrs. Letter, how was your day? You went on the date after your previous lives. Yeah, I touched on that, mate. It went well, but nothing's materialised after. Mark 8350, Pattaya, good for 6 days, then get out of there to South Thailand. Interesting. I think, potentially a week in Pattaya, part of the tour maybe. No meet-up night though, but I will be doing a live show. Damon, Mark, the parking for you at my yard will be more than welcome. Awesome stuff. And I've got your email, mate, as well when it comes to it. I know you've offered a couple of times, and I've always gone with just having it at the airport. But them days have gone now. I'm absolutely sick of the back teeth with airport parking. I think it's a rip-off. I really do think it's a rip-off. Super Steven, Mr. Owl, work in the UK, holidays in Pattaya. That's good. Thumbs up. Yeah, like I said, Ratical, you know, people, other YouTubers might not be happy with certain of the parody channels because of the content that's used, and that's their issue. You know, I don't speak for any other YouTuber, but myself. So, GCLDN says Savage needs to get a life. Well, mixed opinions. Typhon, I have to admit, Owl, you did have the best Pattaya vlogs. It's not the same since you've... I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that. I do enjoy doing the Pattaya vlogs, that is for sure. Greg Nichols, 9800, welcome to the live show. I'm going to Phuket in November. Nomyo Inspector, good evening, Mr. Owl. Live within your means and you'll never go wrong. That is great advice. And a big hello, by the way, if you've just joined. Busy live show. Maybe you're watching it on demand as well. I know we get a few thousand people watching afterwards. Season 7, of course, them vlogs will be coming. And I'll try and get you a couple of vlogs before that within the next couple of weeks because I've not posted for a few weeks and I'm missing it. So I'll see if I can pump out some vlogs. It won't be season 7 vlogs. It'll just be no season vlogs. They won't be playlisted into season 7. That doesn't start until travel day, potentially, or maybe the booking of the flight is the start of season 7. The planning of the trip is actually probably the start of season 7. Patrick watching Germany, of course, Germany play, and then after that, the Netherlands play or Holland play. Tom H, if they were to make a modern day Pattaya the movie, would you play you and Webby? Never really thought about it, mate. But there's certainly a market for the parody channels if someone's got the time and effort to create animation, to do the voiceovers, to make it original, non-offensive in an harassment and bullying way. Then there's a market for it. You know, I can see that. You know, I can see that, and it's just if anyone's going to break the market, who's going to be the first? Who's going to be the first to break it out there on the parody channels as actually decent, really decent content and content they can actually call them their own? Soy 6 Dave, Owl, what are the Agogo like in Nana? Nana Plaza is great fun, but I had my eyes opened completely when I went out there with a couple of mates last time. Instead of just going to Nana and having a great time, we did a bit of Nana, but then we went to these other places, including that other bar, which is very unusual. I think the Firman something bar, I can never pronounce it. I called it the Thermal Bar. It's not called that. It's very similar. And just places I've never been before. I think we went in Hillary's, and then we went in this place where there was a bar, then a busier bar, then a nightclub, all in the same building. And at a certain time you would move up. And I remember walking out of there at 4-5 o'clock in the morning with company, and what a night in Bangkok. What a special place that is. Greg Nichols, why do you like Pattaya so much? The entertainment, mate. I mean, I was out having a few last night. It just doesn't compare to being in Thailand for the entertainment. Typhon, really good match tonight. Holland versus Japan. And apparently Japan have not lost a game in donkeys. Priory 9181, hopefully I've answered the whole date. How did that go for you? Krypton Rider, Welsh win seems different, but the rest of the Pattaya vlogs are all the same. I disagree, mate. I think we're all individually different. I think if you watch one of my videos compared to, say, Nick Dean's or Webby's, they're all very different. I think we have got our own niche. I can't speak for everyone. I think the worst thing you can do as a Thailand vlogger is to copy someone else. It'll start to show, and it'll also show within your viewing figures as well. If you're getting 2,000 views a video, you're probably not original enough, or maybe you just need to improve. You know what I mean? I'm a big supporter of YouTubers and people starting out, and I've always offered support as well. So if you are only getting a couple of thousand views a video, maybe a slight tweak could do it. Minoy, I've got a bum gun fitted in my home. Works a treat. Awesome. And Soy 6 Dave, how did you talk to your date about Patty? Absolutely not. I've just got round to the bum gun point, so we'll move on from that. GCLDN, I've got 66 days to go. Come join me out. You know you want to. 66 days, not long at all. Jonas, welcome to the live show, mate. How are you doing? And I will get round to your comment, but if I have missed it, if you feel I've missed it, pop the comment again. You won't be penalised. I'm sure we're well on our way to 150 likes. We're not there yet, so if you've not hit the like button, please do. It really helps the algorithm. Sean, getting paid to promote Thai businesses on the DTV is illegal. Right, I haven't. So unless you want to expand on that, are you like a Thai police or solicitor, an enforcement officer? I've not promoted Thai businesses and taken money from a Thai business to promote. So I don't know where you're going with that. I don't know where that's come from, to be honest. Mark H350, you got to travel, Owl. So many good places in Thailand, not just Pattaya. Absolutely, and that's what Season 7's all about. I mean, you can hold me to it. If I just fly to Bangkok and then go straight to Pattaya, I deserve to get some stick in the comments because I've said a tour. I'm not saying I'm going to be travelling everywhere in Thailand, but I'm going to be seeing more of Thailand before I go to Pattaya, and that has to happen. I really want to. I really want to have a night or two in Udon Thani. I want to check out Chiang Mai. Less excited about Chiang Mai, but I want to check it out for a night. And various other places. I've heard Krabi is actually stunning, so maybe a day or two there. Lizzie Clark's 85, welcome to the live show. It's nice to hear you. Care less about the negative, degrading comments. You are very positive about Pattaya and transparent with your experiences. Thank you. Good to have you on the live show, Lizzie. Mark Chamberlain, 58 days till I go back. Lots of people planning to make a return to Pattaya. PB2067, even now, just got back from a 3-month stint, mostly in Bangkok. Had a great time. Got a football shirt addiction like yourself. Think I've bought about 10 various tops, including the one you're wearing tonight. Well, I wasn't going to buy any more because I have got around 20 shirts, but how could I not buy the England home and away for the World Cup £10 per shirt or £11 per shirt? It was an absolute no-brainer. But I have got some shirts. I might even give them some to a charity shop because I'm not going to wear them all. Sean Z2W6R, £442 next week. Condor from Gatwick. I think Condor is the name of the German airline, isn't it? Yassine Govinda 7979. Owl, do you think you will cry when you go to Krabi like Darren John? I don't expect to cry. I didn't even know Darren John cried in Krabi, to be honest with you. But I don't tend to cry at, scenery. But no disrespect to people. Some people do. I might cry if I've got no bangers on my plate for me. Maybe something like that. Wayne Duncan, any plans to do a UK meetup night? No, mate, no. Mark H8350, I had the same, 624 direct from Gatwick, great price. Only me, 2030, I'm booked for early March 2027. Will be season 18 for me, and maybe the last trip before I make it permanent. Awesome. Minoy says, keep your property, you rent it and get a waster in and then wreck it, you can lose a fortune. Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't want to be doing. I don't want to be renting it for all the shit. I've been a landlord before for 10 years and I got lucky. She was a lovely lady. She paid every month consistently for 10 years. And I was well happy, but I still had anxiety around maintenance, boiler repair, windows, doors all needed replacing over that time. So it wasn't exactly a money earner. and I wouldn't want to do that now. And they've brought even more regulations and stuff in for landlords, and it's just so off-putting. And if they don't pay you, if they decide not to pay, then you've got to go through the courts to try and get the rent owed. And I know there's various schemes like guaranteed this and guaranteed that, but I just don't, yeah. Soy 6 Dave, I mean, a bit of an obvious answer to that one, isn't it? You know, do I really need to answer that? Young Inspector, I'm still unsure who to fly with in November. I want to book Emirates, but you just don't know what is going to happen. Yeah, I mean, we don't really know. They said there's a deal, there's not a deal, there's still fighting, there isn't fighting. And I did fly via the Middle East, and that was via Abu Dhabi. No issues, but there's no guarantee you're gonna have no issues when you fly. So if I had to book a flight today, I'd be thinking, you know, can I get a deal for a direct flight with EVA or Thai Airways from Heathrow, and just. But then again, yeah, price matters though, because if there isn't a deal to be had, if you can't get a £600 to £800 direct flight or even £1,000, then the next best option is to do a connecting flight via the Middle East at 500 and something. So it's a tricky one. Mark Chamberlain says Thailand is like a drug, and I have a massive withdrawal symptoms. Yeah, I got the holiday blues pretty bad. Martin Ryder, not another trip out? Absolutely, mate. I mean, we're coming up to season 7. How many seasons can we actually get on the channel? Are we going to be sat here in 10 years' time at season 40? Who knows? Will I make it that far? Sean says go via Istanbul and get some work done. I think you're referring to the hair and maybe the teeth. Well, are you paying? Gary Dav, hi, I will going out for 19 days over Christmas, book condo in Jomtien. Want to try and experience day to day. That's a good idea. I know Michael, the cameraman's done that over the last few months. He's gone out there. He won't mind me saying this, and seeing if he likes it. And the answer for him is he does. He does like it. So fair play. Actually going out there and do a little bit of a trial and seeing if you like it. If you can cope with the heat, you can have the discipline to actually stay in and have them Cocoa Pops and not go out and enjoy the entertainment. So, Mark J, only season 7. How long are you planning to spend in Thailand? If you get a chance, you should try Hua Hin. It's a lot quieter. I went to Hua Hin and I enjoyed it. So, yeah, it's a good shout. I did have a couple of nights, met up with Rocket Travels, and he'd give me a bit of a guided tour around, picked me up from the station, a couple of nights on Soi Billabat 94 and 80, I think. I think Soi 80 was actually better than Billabat and 94. Out of all the Sois, it was definitely more fun. And I didn't see any of a Westerner Falang, so I pretty much had the place to myself, and it was really good. Big John says he's in the Candy Club now. Of course, mate, of course. Just play catch up with the comments. Frank Travels is looking forward to season 10. Wow, season 7 first. Typhon, have you kept in touch with any ladies from Pattaya? It's gone quiet on that front. I mean, even Julie, yeah, very quiet. So the answer to that is no. Mark, on season 7, how long are you planning spending out there? Oh, we just mentioned that one. I'm caught up with my comments. Frank Travels, if you get a Mrs. Owl, maybe you won't go to Pattaya. Of course, there isn't like... It's a tricky one. It is a real tricky one because the percentage chance is not 0 of that happening. So my plan is to crack on as I am and to go out there next year and do season 7. If I was to meet someone over here, I would still continue with that plan. So unless anything dramatic changes, and I don't know, I met a girlfriend and she said, you absolutely can't go out. I don't see how that would work, you know, because I like going creating vlogs in Thailand. So maybe I wouldn't have a girlfriend who didn't let me go out and enjoy Thailand and Pattaya. So, but I'm not exactly inundated with date requests at the minute. Typhon LK Metro is quiet, so is as is Soy Honey. Tom H, any plans for collabs on your travels? Mentioned before, potentially, mate. If I'm out and about out of Pattaya and there's other YouTubers in Bangkok and Chiang Mai, who knows? Probably not. I'll just get on with my own thing. And I don't really follow any other YouTubers out of Pattaya. Super Steven, Mr. Owl, Season 7, end of the year. Oh dear. Poo Love, welcome to the live show. It's nice to hear you. Care less about the negative. I've read that one. You're very positive about Pattaya and transparent with your experience. It's cool. Some of these are duplicated. I'll get through them a little bit quicker. Priory 9181, have you planned your season itinerary yet? No, that I do know, obviously flying into Bangkok, and then I do want at least a night, maybe 2 nights in Bangkok before moving north. So that's the start of the itinerary. So in my head, I've got that. And I know it finishes in Pattaya, and I know it includes Udon Thani at some point as well. You have just under 7,000 subs, but I would be there well over 10k that browse and slightly watch in the background. Well, at one point we did have 18,000 regular viewers, so not everyone is subscribed. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, doesn't cost anything, same as a like. If you can, that'd be great, and you'll be notified. I think you've got to subscribe and click the bell icon, and then you'll be notified of any season 7 or any vlogs that are released in the next week or so. So it's definitely worth subscribing. Mark J5, I'm totally had enough of my job. Got reasonable amount of savings for a few months in Thailand. I might take the risk. Well, I'm the worst person to give advice. My say is just think bigger picture and actually get yourself financially secure before doing anything crazy. But who am I? Who am I? It's taken me 3 years and 6 seasons to wise up a little bit. Mr. Mark M8N, can I keep to budget after accommodation of £50 a day? Yeah, you can. £50 a day. Can I keep to a budget after accommodation of £50 a day? You can, yeah. You might have one blowout and then a couple of quiet nights, so you might spend 100, 150 on a night, but then not do anything. It's possible. Or you could just do 50 quid a night. Martin Ryder, which shopping do you go? Well, Mike shopping mall. Buy a football top. Mark Chamberlain, why did you end up going to Pattaya and why did you leave it so late? Fair comment. You know, started watching 11 years ago in 2015, didn't actually go to Pattaya to 2023, left it late. Just work commitments, relationships, just probably any excuse I can think of, and then there was an opportunity in 2023 and I just did it. I wish I did it a lot sooner. I wish I went to Thailand a lot sooner, but better late than never. And I went there I like what I saw on the YouTube vlogs from other vloggers back in the day. You know, your Kevin Thailands, etc. I like what I saw. Definitely interested in the entertainment. And yeah, and then went. And I couldn't believe it. When that first night in Bangkok, the first ever night in Bangkok, I was walking around the Sois, finding my way to Terminal 21 in absolute disbelief of where I was. I couldn't believe I was actually in Thailand. The smells, the heat, none of which I've experienced on the other side of the camera. So that first one is so special, and I did not want to go home after the 2-week holiday, but I boarded the direct EVA Airways flight back home, but I could have easily stayed longer. Kenna 5411, but you spend hundreds to go there for the entertainment, so is it really cheaper? Well, yeah, it does work out cheaper, even with the cost of flights. It definitely does. Scooby Snack 69, Mr. Owl, any new Owl Patio music tracks on the horizon? It would also help to boost the algorithm. Well, it's funny that I was speaking to my mate who helps with the music production, and that sounds fancy, doesn't it? But yeah, there's going to be a season 7 song. That is 100% going to happen. StewMag, 60-day visa came through in 2 days. Rapid turnaround, both waiting. Awesome. Uh, 96 thumbs up last time we checked. How are we doing now? Priory says, I love the seasons. Season 7 song's not out yet. The season 6 song, I think, is the one you're referring to. Yazine, Owl, do you miss J-Wig? I enjoyed that day. I can't believe we didn't get many views on that one. You know, it's mad, isn't it? I can get like 7,000 views talking to you here in the dining room / studio, and only a few thousand views travelling all the way down to J-Wig. But like my mate alluded to, it was more an experience, and people down there sharing their experience on camera as well. Which, you know, I've had comments from them saying thank you for letting me share my my story, and I thought that was worth it just for that. If you've not seen the J-Wick vlog, Michael the cameraman features on it as well, so take a look at it. 114 thumbs up. We're getting closer to the 150 target. If you can hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm. Ian Paffett says Jeff Carter is the best out there. You ever met him? I've never met him, no. I've met Mark, yeah, settled in Siam. I've met him, I've been in his bar, bought him a beer, always been a gentleman to me. Chris, 2867, good evening, Mr. Abbott from England. Good to see you alive. Are you doing the Magic in Thailand festival? I'm not, mate, no. I'm not into these Thailand festivals, you know, where you pay 10, 20 quid for a chicken pad thai when you can get it for a couple of quid in Pattaya. For me, it's nothing like being in Pattaya, or Thailand. Maybe I'm being a bit of a Scrooge there, but I won't be going. Alex S1981 booked my flight yesterday for a third trip to Pattaya next April. Qatar via Doha 587, return economy. Never done the stopover. What's Doha like? Yeah, it's a nice, clean, modern hotel. I know they've had issues with Iran and stuff recently, and there was but as for a hotel, it's nice and it's a smooth process. And I really, really enjoyed flying with Qatar. I didn't like Etihad. I loved Emirates and I love Qatar. So yeah, great deal at 587. I don't think less people are visiting Pattaya. There are less people visiting the bars. Potentially. You know, there's been lots of videos recently on bar fines and all sorts of stuff, and the cost of this and the cost of that. Maybe people are getting fed up of it in certain bars, and that's why they're quieter than others. If you want a bar in Thailand, just go to iBar. Yes, you'll pay a little bit more, so you might want to have a few drinks before you go, rather than spending loads of money on drinks there. But compared to, say, you know, Nottingham or London, you know, it's probably a fiver for a drink, something like that. But it is a proper bar where you can just enjoy the entertainment. Contract's going well, mate. Yeah, really good. Mark, how about using the trains to Thailand? Cheap and good content. Well, this is going to be the interesting bit of season 7, how I'm going to navigate around Thailand. Where I can, I'm going to use a plane. You know, if I can fly from one place to another, then I'm going to do it. I'm not just going to do an overnight train for the sake of content, but we'll have to see. I might actually have to get a train in Thailand. Mianoi, parking at Heathrow, long stay, pre-COVID, around 120 a month now. The parking at the airport is the biggest rip-off. Alex S, the blind date video, I have, mate. Yeah, it was quite funny. Taifan, have you got back to watch the Travel Day vlog? That must be the happiest I've seen you, Owl. You know what's mad is I've not actually sat down and watched season 6. It's weird how I don't really watch myself back afterwards. I mean, I've got a whole catalogue there of over 500 videos of all these trips to Pattaya, and I don't sit and watch them. Hopefully one day I will just start from the beginning and watch them all, because it brings back really good memories. But for whatever reason, I just can't find the time to sit down and watch them. But I might attempt to at least look at some of the travel day videos, because I do like the travel day. Martin, I mean, you asked that question there. Would I consider going to other countries? I've been to a lot of other countries. I've been to America. I've done a lot of Europe. I've been to China and Hong Kong, and I've been to various places. So, what time would you recommend going to Ibar? I would say get there for between midnight and 1 in the morning. That is a great time to go to there. And then you could always nip upstairs to Insomnia if you like the nightclub vibe, and then finish off back down in Ibar. I'm just glad that I've got mates around me that are introducing me to these places, because I'm a creature of habit. So if I didn't have my mates, I would go probably just to the same places every night and very rarely change what I do. So the fact people are introducing me to these new bars and these new places, if it be in Bangkok or Pattaya, check this bar out, I will check this bar out, and me actually enjoying it than the bars I went to previously. Incredible. You're miles behind the comments. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best, I really am. Jonas, I'm great in Lassos. Is that how you pronounce it at the moment, mate? Nice one. Hope you're well, mate. Alex S, 1981. I learned a lot from Pattaya, from bloggers before my first visit. I think it's good that there's a lot of vloggers, as it's good to get lots of different opinions and options. I agree. I think the YouTube vlogs is awesome for learning about Pattaya and Thailand. It's just phenomenal. Obviously, some are better than others. Minoy, yes, don't go to Pattaya first on your next trip. You might not leave. Very good point. Very good point indeed. Big shout out as well to Sean and Ella. There you go. They asked me to do that. I nearly forgot. About 1 hour and 42 minutes in. Sean, good man. Good to see you back. More vlogs, buddy. Yeah, appreciate that. Sky Girl 8429. Hi, good to see you back. Yeah, contract's going really well, and I am going to bring you a vlog. I just didn't want to do a vlog for the sake of it, so keep an eye out for it. I will get a vlog out in the next week or so, and it's not going to be season 7, but it'll be a vlog. It's been a few weeks, and we need to keep that algorithm ticking over to keep the channel. It's a bit like a car in a way, isn't it? Just turn the key, keep it ticking over. Stephen England watching from the Download Festival. Cool. Phil, Derbyshire, get down to Krabi. Plenty to do in Aonang, is that how you pronounce it, and still entertainment. That sounds good. Prior 9181, I don't have any nights out in the UK. It's just not the same, and £6 a pint, it's to sit in a dead pub for, well, I agree. I mean, I had a good night last night with a mate, but it doesn't compare, and it never will compare, to having a night out in Thailand, Pattaya. Never, ever will. So yeah, that's my mind was made up a long time ago on that one. I'd rather stay in. I don't even drink in England unless I'm having a couple of beers. I might have a couple of beers with family on Wednesday watching the England game, but I generally don't drink in England, so I just save it for the holidays. Minoy says either Thai are fleecing us now, knowing people preferring direct. Well, that's a shame if that's the case. That's awful. I won't be booking direct if it's over 1,000. Mr. Mark MAN, I'm booked Emirates for November, rescheduled from April, spending 3 days in Dubai. I hope it breaks the journey up. Cool. I could, well, I suppose I should really be checking out Dubai and other places, but I just want to get to Bangkok, and with it only being a 6 hour and somewhat flight from there, then yeah, I couldn't have a few days in Dubai. I just want to get on with it. 122 thumbs up. We're almost at the target. We're almost at the target. So yeah, that'd be awesome. If you've not hit the like button, please do. It doesn't cost anything. Really helps get more people on, and also more people watching on demand as well. Cheers, Damon. Thank you. Pat24490, loving the channel, mate. Hope all is good. Yeah, good, mate. Good. Tuk Tuk Driver, hey, how are you doing a tour on your Jack Jones? On my own, mate, yeah, on my own. Stavro, I don't know anything about Pattaya or Thailand, but I love the channel. It helps me relax and switch off. Cheers, Mr. Owl. Love that. Love it. Thank you. John Carroll, welcome to the live show. Hi, Owl. Are you planning to try any of the Thai festivals in the UK over the summer? Could be a good vlogging opportunity. I'm not, mate. I'm not even going to go to them, and I can't pretend to be interested in them either, just for the sake of content. I can't do it. It's not going to compare to walking down Macau on the way to Tree Town for a few and then off out. So I'm not even going to attempt it. And I don't want to pay 10, 20 quid for a pad thai at a festival. I'm just not interested. But you know what? Maybe this is one of these situations where actually I'd probably have a really good afternoon and I should reconsider. So I'll have a think on it. I'll look in it. But in terms of doing a vlog, no. I mean, no. I wouldn't watch it. I'd probably fall asleep within the first 5 minutes. So I can't make a vlog where I'd fall asleep. Tuk Tuk Driver Owl, your first trip in Pattaya, did you know Welsh Boy? Well, I didn't, mate. No, I actually turned up at what used to be his bar in Jomtien and had a beer, and he was doing a live show. And yeah, that was it. That's the first time I bumped into him. Only me, 2030. When you say financially secure, what do you mean? If £2,500 a month is the aim, you need around 750k in savings. Well, financially secure is just being in a better financial position with no debt and having a regular income, if that be pension or through work. So it's a bit of a task to get there. And I do believe £2,000 a month is enough to live in Thailand comfortably. People would argue you could do that a lot less, and people are doing it a lot less, but I'd want to enjoy the entertainment to the full. There's probably no chance of me getting back into the gym. I mean, cutting down the food, losing a bit of weight needs to be done, but as for the gym, I'm not a fan of the gym, clearly. Michael, the cameraman, I might be able to meet you on the tour, mate. Never missed a meet up. That'd be awesome. Yeah, when we've got an idea of when it'll be, mate. I mean, even if you come up to Bangkok and we have a night out in Bangkok or a couple of nights in Bangkok, we can do the cameraman stuff, and then you can jump on the plane to Chiang Mai with us, mate. And that'd be awesome. That'd be really good. Let me know in the comments if you want Michael, the cameraman, to join on the tour. Pretty sure I know what the answer's going to be. Hi, good to see you back. Thank you very much. Carlos, hi, Owl, from the March Hotel. I've never stayed there. Never stayed there. There's actually a YouTuber, isn't there? There's a YouTuber who does hotel reviews, and I bumped into him a couple of times. Once when I was staying at a mate's condo around Jomtien, and then the other time in the Trent bar, and he's a proper gent. If anyone knows the name of his channel, my memory's terrible, let me know in the comments. He does hotel vlogs. He does a lot of hotel vlogs, very informative, wears glasses, and yeah, I shook his hand. What a gent he was. So We'll give him a shout out if you just pop the name of his channel. Yassine Owl, would you ever marry a Thai lady? Of course. Of course. Thank you very much, Mark Smith. Excellent. Chris7881, trains in Thailand are great. Get on in the evening, wake up in the new city. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I've been looking for convenience and speed, so if the train is the only way. Alex S, have you been to Pattaya during Songkran? I got to Pattaya on the last weekend of Songkran this year. It was brilliant. Going again next year. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Songkran, mate. I don't mind it for a couple of days. I think because I endured it for a ridiculous number of days, like 13, 14 days in 2015. It was just too much. But I think if you're doing it for a couple of days, yeah, if you're doing it for a couple of days, then it's not too bad at all. Martin Ryder 6910 says, if you keep going to the same place, you'll never discover new places. I agree with that, mate. I agree with that. Yeah, that's it. Paul Getaways, yeah. Shout out to him. Super gent when I met him. And I find his videos informative on the hotels. So, yeah, shout out to Paul. I take your point, and actually I agree with you, but I'm going to apply that to Thailand first, mate, which is seeing more of Thailand, discovering new places within Thailand and experiencing that, as well as finishing off in Pattaya. And then later on, maybe applying that to wider Southeast Asia. But as for further afield, I've done the Italy, Sorrento, New York, Florida, loads of places in Europe as well. So I think I'll just apply it to Southeast Asia. Yeah, I was referring to the Thai fan question where he says, a few vlogs ago you mentioned you used to be a gym goer when you were much younger. Any chance of getting back into it? No, I did used to like literally run to the gym, but I was weighing in at 9.5, 10 stone, ripped. I'm like 5 stone and a bit heavier than that now. So I'm not going to be going back to the gym. Alex S says, my mate went to the Thai festival in Nottingham today. He said a Somtam Thai was £10. What a rip-off. £7 for a Singar. That's the only reason I didn't go. Extortionate prices, I agree. Oh, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. I get they've got to make money, but Jesus. Oh, yeah, Michael. Yeah, it was Paul's Getaways, and Michael, the cameraman, was with me that night. And I'm a big fan of that bar in Tree Town, the Trent Bar. Great live band. Elvis is in the building. He's saying, ladies and gentlemen, has entered the building. Please, everyone, remember to smash the like button. It really helps the algorithm. Thank you very much. Welcome to the live show, mate. And next week I'll have or whenever the next live show is, I don't know if I'm free next week, but whenever the next live show is, you'll be notified. I'll have a different background, and I will position myself away from the comments next time. I've just realised that I'm kind of headbutting the comments, so I'll get that sorted. Yeah, in fact, I just read a comment. Ellie, might be worth sitting more to your left as the comments are half on your face. Yeah, I've not done that for a while. So fair comment. Golfnut6129, when was your first trip to Thailand? That was 3 years ago this month, June 2023. Martin Ryder, because of the service culture, there's a lot. Well, Bangkok. I'm a big fan, Martin. Big fan. Carlos met Webby today. Had a rate good chat. What a pleasant, genuine guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy and a mate as well. Typhoon, Koh Samui is awesome, but if you're going for nightlife, then there's plenty of better places. Interesting, yeah. Elvis is in the house. Martin Ryder says Vietnam, Cambodia are far cheaper than Thailand, in his opinion. Ellie the dog, fasted and the carnivore diet, weight flies off. Well, the fasting, yeah, something. I lasted about a day doing the fasting. So Typhon ripped at 9 stone. I think we need to see far. Honestly, I was, yeah. I used to run to the gym, do loads of weightlifting, run back home, have a shower, and then go out all ripped and pumped. But them days are done. I was like 20, 19, 20 years ago. Priory 9181, yes, Samiri is awesome. I can imagine the owl. Cool, I might check it out. Golf Nut, sorry my feed dropped out. When was your first trip? I just mentioned that, mate. It is, but obviously you dropped out. It is 3 years ago this month, so June 2023. Right, so 1 hour and 54 minutes in. I think I've caught up with the comments. If I've missed your comment, pop it again. If you're a troll or something and you want to have a challenge, again, pop it on there again. As long as it's not absolutely ridiculous, you won't be blocked. We don't block easily, but we did have a few idiots who came out the basement earlier on. So what we're going to do, I'm going to refresh the page for the first time in the live. Usually I do it around an hour and a half, so I think we've probably had more comments than we normally have, because an hour and 50 to get up to speed is 20 minutes longer than normal. You're as old as you feel. Imagine Owl shocks the Patty world and gets back. Imagine I turn up in Patty in season 7 ripped, walking down the platform. Who is this guy? I'm not prepared to do any of the weight loss. Yeah, I'm not prepared to do any of the weight loss jabs. So I'm gonna have to do it without any of that. I'm gonna have to do it by just eating less and exercising. I don't want to chance any of the jabs. I know some of the guys out there are having it, but I don't want to. Not for me. 132 likes. So not too many to go. Not too many. 18 away from target. Who's going to be the 100th and 50th? And can we do it? Can we get there? Well, I'll try and dig out a picture for another live show. I think we had cameras back in them days. We certainly didn't have iPhones back then. If I've missed a comment, yeah, just pop it on. I'm flicking through them. I don't think I've missed any. Typhon, fasting is my secret, helps you stay in shape. Ellie the dog, don't do the jabs. I know someone who is permanently messed up from them. Thank you. Yeah, I'll see if I can dig out a photo for the next live show. I just fast Monday to Friday, lost a stone in 2 weeks and feel great. When you say you fasted from Monday to Friday, is that not eating from 8 o'clock in the evening till midday, or is that just not eating for every day Monday to Friday? Because I definitely could not do that. You're not on about 24-hour fasting. I could potentially do from 8 in the evening till midday. That's tough for someone who really enjoys a breakfast. Michael the cameraman, living the dream. Awesome, mate. Really, really pleased for you. Ellie the dog, fast until lunchtime, eat between 12 and 6. Really does work. That is probably the way I'm going to do it. But and I'm only if I don't do it and I break it, then I'm only cheating myself, aren't I? So. Right, 137, 13 more likes, 2 more minutes on the live show, and then we're going to wrap things up at the 2-hour mark. So yeah, if you've not hit the like button, please do. If you're watching it on demand, feel free to hit the like button. Hope you're well, hope you had a great weekend. Still some to go, still some weekend to go. I'll let you know when the next live show will be. I've got quite a lot going on next week, but just like today, I'll try and squeeze one in where I can, or at the very least, I'll keep you informed and let you know. And hopefully I'll get a vlog out at some point. That'd be nice. Hot towel service, Mr. Owl, have you been to the Firmia Cafe in Bangkok? I love the concert. I have, mate, and I did. Well, I was surprised by it, and I think I liked it. Yeah, I think I liked it. It was unusual. It was different. It was an eye opener, and I'd definitely pop in there again. So yeah, That's the one in Bangkok. Never been before. Thai fan I do 8 p.m. till 3 p.m. Drink lots of tea, water and coffee, no milk. Ellie the dog says your body gets used to it after a few days. Golf Nut, as a fairly new newbie to Thailand, do you feel you have got a good grasp of the culture and people? I've said I've got a lot to learn still about the Thailand culture. I cannot claim, I never claim to be an expert on just holiday into Pattaya, but I certainly would never claim to be an expert of Thailand culture. I mean, I'm an absolute realist on what I am. But I am prepared to see more of that on the tour. Alex S. Water only from Sunday afternoon, Friday. Yeah, that's too much for me. I think I can probably commit to a fasting from 8 p.m. till midday. But I need food. I can't be doing water. Fair play to you, though. StewMag, I fast 24 hours, 36 hours twice a week to avoid carbs, and it really works. Excellent. Yeah, prices can be quite expensive in Bangkok. Can be, yeah. IT Crazy Fist, no, I mean increased cost is definitely the opposite end of where I'd like things to be at. That is for sure. I want it as cheap as possible in everything. You know, I want to be able to get as much as I can for my holiday money when I'm out there. That's the bottom line. I would say Bangkok is more expensive. Sin, what's happened to your hairs? What are you referring to? Right, let's refresh the page. Wow, we've gone over the time. A big live show. We're 8 away from the target. We'll give it one last push. If you've not hit the like button, please do. Who's going to be the 100th and 50th? Is it worth hanging on for one more minute to see if we get to 150 likes? If you're watching this on demand, I hope you enjoy it. More vlogs to come. Season 7 on the horizon. Great live show. We've had over 200 people for the majority of the live show. It's been a busy one. Thank you, everyone. And we'll just see where we get with the likes before we wrap things up. 145, 5 more likes. If you are the 150th like, as always, you've got to claim it down below. Say, I was the 150th. Who's it going to be today? IT Crazy Fish channel is on the way up. Definitely more trolls around as usual. Quite bad. What's that? I don't really know. I don't speak to Darren John at all, to be honest with you. Name only, you look pale. Yeah, I thought that as well, but it's actually the lighting. It's the lighting against this image. I don't actually look that pale in the mirror, but thanks for the concern. So Frank Travels is claiming 150. Well, we've got Frank Travels. Yeah, we'll give it to you, mate. 150. We've gone to 153. Awesome. We've hit the target. Brilliant. So I'll read the last comments. Great live show. Thank you very much. Tuk Tuk Driver. How much does a live show make? Well, sometimes nothing. So occasionally we'll get a buy me a coffee. We've not had any today. Sometimes we get a super chat. We've not had any of them today. So it varies. You can have a live show where you get more than others, and then potentially £10 to £20 on it. I don't just do it clearly for the money, because otherwise I won't sit and do a 2-hour live show if I didn't enjoy it. So I find it a great way to communicate to you guys, because of course we're between seasons, and that bit between seasons is the quiet bit. So the live shows is a great way to keep connected to you guys. So it's not all about how many buy me a coffees or super chats or ad revenue as this live show generated. Miko Jones, bye Owl, thank you very much. Damon, thanks for another tip-top stream, Mark. Enjoy your Sunday evening. Best regards, Damon. Thank you, mate. And thanks for the kind offers of the parking and the accommodation. I think I will absolutely take you up on them. And of course, big games. Big game on Wednesday, England versus Croatia, I think. And then we've got Germany and Holland pretty much now. I think there's one at 6 o'clock and then one at 9 o'clock UK time. So Martin Ryder, late among us. Yeah, thanks for your contribution, mate. I don't know about any broccoli flowers. I'm certainly not interested in that. Elvis Presley, take care, Al. Everyone remember to smash the like button. Thank you, mate. Great work. Big thank you to all the moderators in the background there. We've had Michael, the cameraman. We've had Wolf. We've had Damon. I appreciate you guys. We're very busy early on. We seem to got a number of missiles coming in from every direction, and they were shot down pretty quick. So yeah, thank you to the moderators for helping. Channel is on the way up. Thank you very much. Richard, cheers, Owl. Great live show. I'm hooked on Patia. Going back in November. Patia Red's a good condo channel also. But Paul Getaway is a great. Yeah, shout out to Paul Getaway. I always like it when I meet people in person as well, and they're a gent. So good luck to him and his channel. Justin DXB, check out Eddie Abu online. He'll get the weight off you. I'll take a look. Lots of great advice. Alex S, thanks for your contribution, mate. Thanks for sharing your story on trimming down. Right, I think that is pretty much it. One last refresh. Let's see where we are, and then I'll wrap things up. 155 likes. Farang Travels, Patia, of course, there will be a Season 7 song. Right, everyone, if you've enjoyed this live show, give us a thumbs up, share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world. More vlogs to come, Season 7 to come, probably in 2027, but vlogs to come before that. Take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next live show. Look out for the notification for when that'll be. Bye for now.